Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it. So do ask again. And at the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already created a user account, that way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello, hello, hello. I know that Julie's here. Who else is here today? Robin, I think, is gone again. I haven't talked to her today, but I'm pretty confident she's gone because her boss has been ill. So we will carry on. Oh, I hit my head. Carry on without her. I'm looking around. I'm trying to decide what else I want to do with my last page that I want to make for this journal. I've been making, pardon me, I've been making journal pages for this horse journal. Been working on it for 4 weeks now, and I'm glad to get to a point where I can finish this. Do I have any Distress Collage medium vintage? Mine separated and went soft instead of pasty. Just wondering if it would still work. I don't use that. I have no idea. I know I have some gel medium, that kind of stuff. You might be at the moment. It may be because of the time change. It didn't, not everybody got notifications. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. You said it's gone soft instead of pasty. So does that mean it is too dry or too wet? Because generally, if it has water in it, you could probably add a little bit of water and stir it, and it might rehydrate it. That might be something you could do. I'm going to look for a paper pad here. That one's not what I want. Okay, maybe this one. I've got a bunch of paper pads, and so I've been trying a lot to use up some of these pages. I'm kind of wondering if I use some of this. Let me see if I have 3 of those. That's how I'm doing this. I'm doing it in 3s. I'm trying to use up as much of this paper as I possibly can. I may change it because I see these 2. Is there another one? No. Let's do this one instead because I didn't have 3 of those, so I'll just put those back. And I think I have an idea. Yeah, if it's too wet, then leave it open and let it dry a little bit. If it's too dry, read the ingredients because I don't have any, so I don't know if it has water in it. Then you might be able to use it that way. All right, so I got out some book pages. I got out a couple of Calico Collage images. I had printed this on thin paper, so it's kind of see-through. And here's what I'm thinking. I was going to use this as the base, but I don't think I need to. I think what I want to do instead is I'll cut these 3 pieces and back them, and then maybe what we'll do is use the book pages to make some pockets to put on the pages. Gotcha. Well, good luck. I hope it works for you. All right, so I want this to be, do I want it to go that way or this way? I think I want the stripes to go up and down. So I'm going to make this 11 inches by 8.5. So I'm going to cut it at the 8.5 inch mark. Okay, and I have this piece left, which may come in handy later for my pockets that I want to make for my journal covers. All right, so now I'm going to cut this at 11 inches. Trim that down. All right, we got a little scrap left over. Get rid of this. How is everybody? I hope you're well. Hope that you're doing good. This is an old paper pad, and it's from, if I can get it, Wild Asparagus, MME, My Mind's Eye. I paid $20, or I probably got it for half price because it was at Hobby Lobby back when they carried all the brands. They don't carry near as many brands now. They got rid of all of the Tim Holtz stuff and now have their own version. And I think I'm just going to glue these back to back. All right, let me make sure that I got a, yeah. I couldn't remember what if I turned it over. So I'm just going to glue the printed page to the printed scrapbook paper. My bone folder. I'm going to smooth this out. Well, I'm good. Glad that you are well. I've been good. My allergies are acting up today. I took my allergy medicine, but it may have been too late. So I apologize if I sniffle, cough, and sneeze. Or even have to stop and blow my nose. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to the side and let that dry for a minute and do the next one. I've pre-worked out the base of my journal cover. I had some denim fabric that I thought would look good, so I pre-cut it, and I've pre-cut the chipboard that I will use inside. I haven't prepared the decoration yet. I have an idea of what I want to use, so I'll have to cut that and get it all ready. All right, I'm trying to line this up. Been working outside again. We had some pretty weather days in between the rain, so I went out and worked in the yard. In fact, earlier today I was checking all of my plants in the greenhouse. I've got seedlings coming up. I've got some arugula, and I have some spinach and lettuce coming up. I don't know where everybody is. Maybe the time change is messing with everybody. I know I don't like the time change. I wish that we would do away with it in America, because I don't think it's as important as it was many, many years ago. Because people get up when they have to get up. My father-in-law thinks that the time should be the same everywhere in the world. So if I say it's, 3:55 p.m. or 3:55, we could even do it as a 24-hour clock. 3:55, then it would be 3:55 everywhere. And then that way everybody knows what time it is. Not worry about the different time zones. I guess that would be 15:55 if you're using a 24-hour clock. I don't know how that would work. Yeah, it could not have notified others as well. I know. I went through and I created a Facebook event and I shared it and I invited people. Okay, thank you, Julie. So, I don't know. It's sometimes algorithms don't want to work the way we want them to work. All right, I think what I want to do now is, some of these didn't get perfectly aligned, which is fine. I'm just going to use some Distress inks and go around the edge to kind of help cover up where it didn't get perfectly aligned. Like so. What's everybody else been working on? I am trying to go through my supplies that I have around here and get rid of some stuff. I found today some transfers, your iron-on appliques or transfers that I know I'm never going to use. So I may put those out as a giveaway sometime soon. I was trying to figure out how to package them. So I've got a brown paper sack, grocery sack, that I think I can wrap them in. All right, let's go this side. I forgot to do both sides. What else have I been doing? I've been playing with Lego. I joined the Lego users group called Oklahoma, OKLUG, Oklahoma Lego Users Group. And I got to go to a meeting on Saturday and learn a little bit about how people store their Lego and display their Lego. That was kind of neat. And then last Saturday, I think that's right, last Saturday, March the 1st, we did a display. So the Lego users are encouraged to create a Lego mock, a my own creation mock. Thank you so much, Julie. And then once you have created a mock, you want it to match a book. And what we did was set the two together. So you have a book and then you have a Lego mock that represents the book. So it's called Books Come to Life. And I made a Books Come to Life item that was called Unicorn Day. I found this children's book online and made sure that the library also carried it in our area. And I found a video of a flip through of the book so I could kind of see what it said and ordered it. The gist of it is that unicorns have a celebratory day called Unicorn Day, and all the unicorns are invited, and they have activities that they do. And during one of the activities, it was revealed that one of the unicorns was not a unicorn. It was a horse in disguise. And they were like, oh no! And so the horse was going to leave. And they said, no, you're our friend. We want you to stay. And so it was, about inclusion, that you don't have to be a unicorn to celebrate Unicorn Day. It was kind of cute. So I set up a little display that has unicorns and flowers and that kind of stuff. All right, so I want to make a pocket to go on one side, and then I think on the other I'll do some writing space. I got a book page here, and I'm thinking of, because we did it the other day, maybe I'll use some music on top of here. Or should I just stencil? Let's see. I've got a piece of music. I don't know what to do. Music or stencil this? If I fold this in half, I could do another little collage. It was pretty cute. I'll share a picture of it on my Facebook page. I haven't done that yet. I took a bunch of pictures. I'll have to see if I got the one of the final one. Where is it? March 1st. So here is, I'm going to show you here, Julie. Here is kind of a picture of it. There's the horses. And then I made some flowers and what's not with it. And then this over here is also one that I made. It's a peacock and a school bus. So I'll have to share that on my Facebook page. Hey, Margie. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry you're tired. I hope you get some rest. And thank you so much for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you feel better. Get some rest. Okay, let's see what else I have here. I don't know. I'm trying to decide how I want to decorate this. I think I'm going to fold it in half. I have some smaller journal cards that I thought would look good in a pocket. So I think what I'm going to do is glue this shut. And I think I might be able to get 3 out of here. Let's see what I can do. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I basically, if I cut this at 2, even a 2 1/4, 2 1/4, and 2 1/4. Yeah, I should be able to get that out of this. All right, so do I want to apply some color? I think so. I'm going to put on some gloves. Yeah, I know. Everybody else. Oh, my gloves got a blowout. Time to throw that pair away. Get a new pair out. Everybody must be busy this time of day. Usually, oh yeah, those are my new nails. The base is a neon green. You know, for in honor of St. Patrick's Day, I thought I'd do a green, but I didn't want it to be so green that it really looked only for St. Patrick's Day, but it has some glitter and shades of tealy blues. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is apply some color to the page. And since we're dealing with kind of a burgundy and a blue, I was just thinking like weathered wood would be a good color. So I'm just going to apply it directly. It's not getting the saturation that I want. So I'm going to find my blue. There it is. Oh, I may need to re-ink it. Kind of giving that distressed look all over. I may end up adding another shade of blue to it as well. Yeah, that's not getting the color that I really want. All right, so I'm going to change. Got faded jeans. That might be a little darker. Is there no... So truly changing the book page. Okay. I'm going to add a little Oh, that helps. It's got some texture because of it being glued, but I like it. All right, so now I think what I want is to stamp on top of it. Have this leaves and berries rubber stamp. I'm just going to stamp all over, which will help obscure that text just a little bit. Let's go this way. So I kind of added a little bit to there. What color is it? I used faded jeans and weathered wood distress inks. Distress ink. Guess I put the lid on upside down. Those two colors. All right, let's put this back over here. I'm just kind of going over it a little bit. I guess I could add a little bit of some tattered angels to it. Let's see what color I had. I've got a little bit of a kind of a gold color. Just kind of give it some more distressed look to it. Let's give that a dry. Yeah, it's not very vibrant, but that's okay. I should have re-inked it. I'm pretty sure I have a re-inker for it, but I think it worked out putting the two together. Trying to get that tattered angels to dry. Well, I think that looks pretty good with a little bit of color in there. All right, I think what I want to do now is let's cut this up to make a little pocket to go over here. And then we'll add some kind of decoration to it, right? I think I have to trim it so that it will fit. So I'm going to do it like 5 1/8. That way it'll fit on my page with a little bit of a border. And then I was thinking either 2 1/4, say 2 1/4, 2 1/4. That gives me a little bit. So if I go 2 1/2 and 2 1/2. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do 2 1/2. So I'm going to cut that at 2 1/2 inches. Let's add some distress inks around the edges. I think we're going to go to the sewing lamb. Thank you, Gia Gavana, for the sewing lamb. We're going to go to the sewing machine. We're going to stitch around the edges. Maybe I'll even grab I think I saw some lace here a few minutes ago. Maybe I'll add a little bit of lace to it. Why not? You need to order a vintage photo reinker and spray, stain, and oxide spray. Well, especially if you use it a lot. I highly recommend that you order the reinkers of any ink pad that you use. Okay, let's see if I can find my lace. All right, so do we want to place this right across the top like that? And I could stitch right down the middle? Or should I put it closer to the top? Trying to decide. And do we need to change that color or just leave it as it is? I don't know if I have enough of this. Oh, there might be. This is some kind of little fringe. If I stitch that on top of it, I don't know. It may be something I should use somewhere else. Hey, Teresa, welcome, welcome, welcome. You call it honey. I call it ecru or ivory. That's what I call it. I think that's what we'll do. Let's stitch this across, and then maybe we can put a little flower or something on the edge. So just going to stitch it and go with it the way that it is. All right, sewing lamb. I am going to go ahead and cut it just a little bit. All right, I think what I want to do is, I don't know, I keep toying around with putting it all the way up to the edge and then stitching down the middle. So that's what we're going to do. Like this. I probably should have stitched around the outside edge. What do you think? Yeah? That's might as well. All the stitching. Lots and lots of stitching. We're going to stitch it. Just to stitch it. Stitch it. Stitch it. All right, then go back up this way. I sewed a little extra on the edge there, so I just trimmed that off. Okay, that looks pretty good. Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have my light on. You might be able to see more better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. All right, I'm going to stitch this one down. Using the ribbon part of this to line it up with the top. Stitch, 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 just stitching away. This time I won't go off the edge. I'll just turn and go the other way. And then go this way. There's 1, 2. Now we're going on number 3. Thank you, Julie. I hope your back is feeling better, Julie. I was thinking about you the other day. I've been doing some stretches on my yoga mats, trying to help my hips and my back and just keep everything loose and limber. I don't do it near enough. I always think, oh, I'm going to do that, and then I end up doing something else. You know, the ADHD is strong in this one, let me tell you. I didn't realize that that is something that I had. I just thought I, like to do different things. I have to have variety. All right, let's go back over here. Yeah. Yeah, they'll probably show up in an hour. That's usually what happens. Closer to 5 o'clock, everybody shows up. You know, just like if you watch a football game, basketball game, or a NASCAR race, the only part of it that's really important is at the very end. This lace was some lace that Henry's grandmother had. Now, isn't that going to be pretty on the page like that? And then I was going to put this horse, and I've got a couple other just little random cards that I thought I'd stick in there like that. Okay, so we want to decorate this. Do we want to use flowers? I may have, let me see what I have in here. I don't know if I have any already made. There's kind of a burgundy-ish. I think we could get away with using those. Yeah, let's do that. So if I were to put this, do I want to just put it at an angle there in the corner? See which one works better. Maybe this one, and then this one. And then we should also find some of the words. Oh, we may, let's see if I've got a short one. How about Trojan horse? Nah, that doesn't go. Saddle up. No, no, no. No, I don't like any of those. All right, let's go to this. Let's go to here. All right. Let life surprise you. I have more of those. So if we put that on here. How's that? And we'll set this aside for a minute. Okay, I think I like this concept so far. Do we also want to use a piece of fabric? Let's see if I have any that I have enough of to do it 3 times. That's already sewn into a piece. That may not work. Although if we did it like that, this was a tie that I had for another journal, and I think I've got enough that I could snip it and just put it like that so it doesn't frame the whole thing. Your physiotherapist is pregnant, so is she gonna go stay home with her baby, or just soon she won't be around? I think I like this little bright pop of pink. All right, and then if that was on here, I think that works. Okay, let's glue this down. So I'm going to move this out of the way for a second so I don't get glue on parts that I don't. You like that? Okay, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Using some of those little watercolor flowers that I made. We're going to be going on a cruise the end of this month, so I'm trying to decide what do I want to take. Now, probably I'm going to take, oh, I like this side better, I think. I don't know. This side or this side? I better do this side. I think I'm going to take some of my watercolor stuff again. I found a set of rubber stamps that I haven't used, and I think I should use that. I'll show them to you. I bought these. I think we got them at Tuesday Morning. They don't have a price on them. It's either Tuesday Morning or the Dollar Tree. And I just think they're really pretty. So I think if I pre-stamp these on some cardstock, then I could just watercolor them whenever I see, you know, time. She was 6 months away. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I like that. All right, this is going to go here. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue that into place. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so let's do these same way. I like having little pre-made things. Sometimes I don't know how I'm going to use them when I make them. And I'm just glad in this case that I had 3 that kind of fit what I'm working on. All right, so then we're going to cut this piece. I think I want, oh, we want to go this way, right? Yeah. Trying to go past it just a little bit. And then we'll do this again. Do it one more time. Well, look at there. I have one little bitty piece left. Goes back in the tub. Hello to the lurkers. Hello, Janice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've just joined us but haven't spoke up in the chat, we'd love to say hello to you. So just say hi if you want. You don't have to speak a lot if it's not something you're comfortable with. But we'll say hi back. I hope everybody is well. Margie was here, but she said she was really, really tired. So I think she's going to take a nap. And we wish her well. And Robin couldn't be here today. Her boss had a heart attack. And I know that she's been covering at work for her boss. Hopefully that'll end soon and she can join us again. She told me the other day it's really difficult to work all these hours. She's not used to working that many hours in a day. There's Jennifer. Hello, lady. Welcome. We need to get together for lunch soon. We need to find out when Robin can get away. I know she's working a lot, but we'll reach out to her this week and see. Okay, I like it. All right, these are going to go in here. Maybe like that. Let's get these going. And then I think I want to put some writing space on the other side. Yep. That looks good there. All right, so we're going to put those in the pocket. Move that up out of the way. And do this one. Yeah, she's tired. She said the other day when I talked to her, she was like, oh my goodness, I never knew how many hours in a day I could work. It's rough. I've been working out in my yard, and I've been like, oh, by the end of the day, I'm done. I went out at noon yesterday and came inside at about 5:45 p.m. and didn't come inside the rest of the time, other than I came in once to grab my water bottle so I could take it back outside. Okay, and then this one is going to go over here like that. I'm not going to poke it all the way down in the pocket. All right, so over here, I got out some, this is really thin coffee dyed paper. And I guess what I could do, I have one that I know is already torn, is what if I were to tear this and place it on top? So I'm going to tear it down the side here. And then we'll have to use some distress inks on it. Alright, so if that goes this way, and I don't want it to cover the whole paper, I want it to come in just a little bit. So I'm going to start right about there. And because of the color of it, I could stamp on top of it too. How's that looking? Then we'll do the bottom. Hey, Creative Sheila! Yeah, if you keep pushing. Okay, good, Jennifer. Yay! Yeah, you found if you push yourself to keep going no matter how much pain you're in and collapse at home, but have to drive home first. Yes, sometimes you have to drive home first. I don't know, I think I like that. Get rid of this. Let's add some distress inks to the edges. Kind of just being really aggressive, adding that distress inks. I think I like that. What do you think? I think I can stamp on this. Do we want maybe the running horse in the corner here? And then maybe we'll put some flowers at the top or something. All right, I'm going to get it off of that so that I'm not... Okay. And if we put this over here, close that up. And then you can still see the pretty paper behind. I like it. I like it. I hope you do too. All right, I'm going to glue this down. Put a little thin bead of glue. And then we got to do this 2 more times. So on the cover, do y'all want me to go through the whole process of how I glue the chipboard to the fabric and sew around the outside edge? Or can we pick up with, I've already sewed it, and I'm just going to show you how I apply the inside cover and decorate the outside. Let me know in the comments. All right, so let's do this again. And then right about there. across. Right about there. All right, let's do that one more time. Tear, tear, tear. All right, I'm just going to use this kind of as a guide to see where I need to tear it down. All right. I didn't use these, so I'm going to put them back in my little bin. All right, and we need to do the top and the bottom. And then we'll add some distress inks. Right. That's why I wanted to offer, if anybody hasn't seen me do a cover before and wanted to know how, then speak up or forever hold your peace. All right, did I get that? This one needs to be a little bit narrower. So I'm going to fit. Yeah. Okay, let's add some distress inks. Well, I prepared one cover. I went ahead and glued the fabric on and stitched around the outside edge. Whatever you think's best. Okay. Well, I may just go with that option because I have done covers quite frequently. If you are new and you want to know how to do the cover from start to finish, just put in cover, junk journal cover, or cover on my website or my YouTube here, and you'll see tutorials that show you that, especially for the Midori cover. I like to make those. Alrighty, let's glue these together. Oh wait, I gotta stamp it first. I don't want to glue it down and then stamp it. I want to stamp it first. You like the torn edge? Looks like I missed the part of it right here. This was some really thin copy paper that I coffee dyed. And so it's not really good just for a standalone journal page, but adding it on top of another piece of paper works out pretty good. Okay, put the rubber stamp away. Okay, let's go over here. Glue this down. You seem addicted to the Midori covers. I am too. I like that I can take out the journal pages to write upon them if I so choose. And if you want, you can kind of add to the journal some things, if depending on how you bind your pages together. Okay, there's two of them. Oh yeah, we were talking about doing some flowers or something on the page. So do we want to get some of the paper flowers out? Probably. Okay. I like the horse. I do too. I thought that was a good addition. I think we could. Horses keep me stable. How about if we stamp that up here? Try to get it straight. Straight-ish. And then we'll put some flowers in this corner. That'll work. Put that away. Aw, thank you, Janice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to make some more for myself. I only made this and the barn image for myself. I have more options. Okay, so we're going to put some flowers in the corners. So I'm just going to kind of lay them out like this. And I think I put the flowers down here. I don't really have a burgundy flower in this pile, but maybe this darker pinky color will work. Just trying to see if I can get to it. Looks like I have some big ones. I don't know if I have 3, so let's see. We have that. There's 2. I can get them separated. I think I saw one more. And then put one here. Do we want a smaller one in a different color? I don't know that the lavender goes, but I have a kind of a paler lavendery pink. Let's see. Something like that. And then maybe I see some green. I have a darker pink here. See if one of these looks good. Kind of like that little collage. Ah, gotcha. You make pockets to slip around the extra elastic, or gotcha. That's a good idea. Thank you, Julie. Maybe like that. Use some of these darker green. 1, 2. Yeah, some more. More. 1, 2, 3. I need one more darker one. Come here. There, that works. Okay. Let's glue that down. Oh, and then we got to do some rhinestones. I saw some here. I don't know if those are big enough, but we'll get them out. Used more flowers. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to start up here and kind of add a little dot of glue. I'm concentrating so I'm not talking. Do you do that? Do you hold your mouth open and sit there and stare at it? Oh. Jennifer, where'd you go? You didn't see my nails, did you? I'll have to show them to you. I need to order some more blanks. I'm almost out. I've got some polish that was arriving today that they call it a jelly polish. It's kind of a clear tinted. I don't know if it's going to work the way I think it's going to work, but I saw some really neat techniques. I spend some time every once in a while. If I'm waiting on something or whatever, I'll flip through Pinterest and look at different types of nail art and see if there's stuff that I am capable of duplicating or making my own. May not be exactly what somebody else has, but it gives me a idea. It's kind of like this marbled nail. I saw a different nail and that had this marble effect. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. Wonder if I can do that. And I sat down and did it. You've been really into blue lately? Yeah? You got a favorite shade of blue? I really like blues too. I've got some nails I haven't worn yet that I made that you would love because they have bling on them. They are all blinged out that are blue. Okay, put that right there. Put that there. Using up some of these flowers that I've had for years and years and years. Okay, and it gives a little bit of dimension to the page. All right, let's get some bling added. Oh, I think those have been cut already. Some of them haven't. These are on a strip of adhesive, so I'm just cutting in between. And these two are old. I don't even know if Hobby Lobby still carries them. Aw, thank you so much, Julie. All right, let's see if we can get this piece. Come on. I may need a bigger rhinestone. I'm going to put that in the green. I think I'm going to go and look for a bigger rhinestone for the flowers. The pink flowers. Oh, don't stick to me. Stick to the page. There we go. One more. Let's put one right there. All right, let's look at my package. Oh yeah, this size will be better. That fits a little better. Trim. Okay. Using up the adhesive. Using up the adhesive rhinestones, is what I was trying to say. Come on. Oh, let's get that one finished. All right, and let's do this one. And let's do this one here. That one got crooked. You need to go where I want you to go. There we go. Okay. And then we need 3 more. So let's trim those apart. Like so. Using up some bling. Okay. Now put these back in here. so that's how that turned out. I like it. We could add even more journaling if we wanted behind here, but I think that's sufficient. All right. Scooch, scooch, scooching everything back out of the way. All right, so I'm getting out my pages here. So I've got these pages, and these pages. Oh, got a little. So this is going to be one signature. So I'm just going to open this up and put the pages inside, like so. And I'll do this 3 times total. I've already done the other groupings. I decided that 3 signatures, 4 pages per signature was sufficient for this journal because it's going to still be about a 2-inch spine. I figured with the way these are so fluffy. Okay, so I've got those. And we cut this earlier. So I think what I want to do first is score a 1/2 inch. Yes, 1/2 inch, which will make that about a 3-inch deep pocket. And I need to cut these at, let's cut it at, do I want to go edge to edge or just inside? Let's see what that is. What is that measurement? Let's do 5 1/4, 5. Let's see what happens when I do 5 1/2. Yeah, I think 5 1/4 would be better. So I'm just going to trim off 1/4 of an inch and see if that works. Because then we can see the stitching. I'm making pockets. 5 1/4. And I scored the top because I'm going to fold it over. Oh, neat. That'd be kind of cool, Julie, to use the horse die. All right, so I'm just going to press this down. Do it again. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue, just enough to kind of help hold this little tab down. And then we're going to add some distress inks to the edge, and we're going to sew around these 2 pieces. So I've got the sewing lamp. Get rid of the scrap. Get the distress ink out. Now you got to remember where you put it. That is always the case, is it not? Where did I put it? I need to spend some more time in my room going through things because I have so much stuff that I know I won't use. So I need to pass it along to someone who will use it. Okay, let's stitch around these. If I can get the computer to cooperate. Yep, there it goes. Oh, I'm about to trip up myself. Come on now, quit it. My heat tool cord got wrapped around my chair. I can't have that. All right, let's go this way. I'm just doing the zigzag stitch. I've said it before, I use a regular needle, I use regular thread. In my case, I'm using black thread. I have black thread in my upper and in my bobbin. Use whatever color you like. I have found that old thread have a tendency to break. So if you're ever sewing and it just keeps breaking, it's possible that your thread is too old, especially if it's all cotton. The polyester blended thread seems to last longer. So there, we're just going to stitch around that. Okay, start here. And try not to sew through items that have been glued and it's still wet. You want to make sure that glue is dry before you stitch over it, because it will put glue on your needle. It'll gum up and it'll rip, and it's just very frustrating. Trust me, I know. Go this way. Round and round and round you go. Where we stop? Only Linda knows. Alrighty. Okay, let's go back to the main scene. Alright, so here's what I've done. I had some denim fabric that I have wrapped around some chipboard that is 9 inches tall, 6 inches wide for the front and the back cover. The spine is 9 inches tall and 2 inches wide. I went ahead and glued and then stitched around the outside edge the ties that I'm going to use to tie the journal shut. Then I cut some cardstock that is 8 3/4 inch tall, and I stitched the top and the bottom. I did not add distress inks to the edges, so let's do that real fast. I'm going to add it to the top and the bottom of this piece, and I'll glue that down, and then I'll do it to this whole piece. Thanks, Jennifer. I like this blue. I picked it because I had multiple sheets of it, and I knew that I was going to need it to make my journal cover inside. And for some reason, I had it in my brain that I needed 6 pieces, but I only needed 3. So here's what I like to do. I place the spine down first, so I'll glue that down, and then I'll glue in the side panels. And then we'll glue the pockets on. Okay. All right, then I'll use my bone folder to come in here and really press this on. All right, and then I'll find where the bend is and kind of score it a little bit. But don't bend it too soon because you need the glue to adhere first. And then when you do the other side, apparently I didn't get it very straight, but that's okay. You're not going to be able to see it. All right, now we're going to take this piece and glue that down. I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue. I add a little bit of water to mine so that it flows a little bit more freely. All right, we're going to line this up with the edge. press it into place. All right, and then we'll do this side. So you can't even tell once I put the pieces on that I didn't get the spine piece perfectly centered. Okay. Come all the way over and press it. It almost perfectly covers the stitching made from stitching the fabric to the cover, but it's okay if it doesn't. All right, so now this is my reinforced edge of the pocket. It's going to go down right here. So I'll glue this. Like so. All right, so after we get the pockets on, we need to create our 3 signatures. I think I need more glue right here. Okay. Go across, back up. All right, we'll put this right here. Glue that into place. Oh, I need to mark where we're going to put the holes for the Midori. And I just remembered, what did I do with the elastic? Aha, I found it! Yay! Elastic. All right, so somewhere in here I have a little template that I use. Here we go. I don't know if I use this one or if I'm going to use this one. I think this one's better because it's a little bit wider. Yeah. So I'm going to mark where I need to punch the holes. I guess I should, this says top, we're going to do it at the top. All right, I'm trying to get it centered. And we're going to put a hole here, and a hole there, and a hole there. And I'm going to come down here, put a hole here, a hole here, and a hole here. So Midori style has elastic in it so that you can slip the inside, the covers in and out. And I need my hole punch. I'm using my crocodile hole punch, and I'm going to use the smaller hole. So I'm just going to line this up. If you have set your gauge on the side, it makes it a little bit easier to be consistent with where it gets punched. Okay. All right, so now I need to get what I want to put on the cover ready next as well. I'm just snipping away any excess. Okay, so we're going to start from the inside. Get this over here where I can get to it. And we're going to come back through to the inside. And then we're going to come down to the bottom. And try not to get a tangled mess, because that's easy to do. And we come around from the outside. Okay, go back. Come on. Where's the hole? Sometimes trying to get it to poke through the hole is a little tough. Come on. Where's my pokey tool? I need my pokey tool. Trying to make sure I got it. And don't poke my finger. That's the key, is don't poke your finger. I don't know why I'm fighting this. It's just don't fight it, Linda. Don't fight it. Just get a piece of string. And you can use a needle. Thread 2. Pull that through this way. That makes it so much easier. Oh, if it doesn't fall out. Come on now. Ugh. There we go. And then I got to go back through this hole. So I'm trying to hang on to it. Okay. All right, I'm going to make some adjustments. So this doesn't need to be as taut. Go a little bit more. And this one can go back the other way. All right, and then this is going to go like that. So I'm just going to cut it and see if I can poke it through. If not, I'll use the needle. So apparently I got to use the needle again. Okay. And then go back through. Work smarter, not harder, right? You know, I haven't decided about that, Julie, about putting a dangle on it. I could. If I have time, maybe we'll make one. I gotta bind the journal pages together and do the cover. All right, now. Tighten that. Okay. I'll cut off a little bit of the excess. You can still untie this and tighten it again if you need to. All right, so there is the base of the cover. We need to put a decoration on it. So I'm going to get this out of the way. And I'm thinking that I want this horse. I'm going to trim this piece out, and then we're going to put that on the front cover here. We may add some other stuff to it. So I'm just going to trim the white off. I printed this as a 8 by 10. I think that's what I told my computer to print it. So it wasn't the full 8.5 by 11 digital image. I guess we'll find out here in a second when I measure it to find the halfway point. So it is 10 inches, so I'm going to cut that at 5. So that gives me 2 images to use. One I'm going to use on this cover, and the other I can use on a different cover. Now, do I want to add anything else? What I could do is cut a piece of cardstock slightly larger than this image and then stitch the two together all the way around. Y'all think about that? I'm going to add some distressed inks to this image. I don't know that I have any horse charms, so we may end up just kind of seeing what I've got. I know that it needs the stitches. I don't know if I want to use, or we'll just temporarily do this. If I were to, okay, the blue on blue is too much, so we need a different color. Maybe a pink? Let's look for a pink. Let me go get the pink paper. I think I like this darker shade of pink. I have two of them. So if I were to put this on the front, I think that would give it a nice little pop. All right, so I'm going to trim this piece just to be slightly larger. Let's see. Let's do it this way. So probably about 1/4 of an inch-ish larger. Let's see what that measurement is. All right, so I'll make it 5.5 inches. And then this piece is almost 8 inches, so let's go like that. 8.25. Yeah. And I have enough that I could do that again on the others. You like the pink? So if we were to put that down after we stitch around this outside edge, I think that'll look good. All right, let me add some distress inks to it. Let's glue this together, and then we'll stitch it. And I may not do it today, but I will repeat this process on the other 2 journal covers and have 3 of these journals. I haven't decided if I'm going to put them in my shop. So if you're interested in one of these horse journals, definitely leave a comment in this video that you're interested. You can also email me at lindaisrael.com, and it is email me, that's the first part, and then lindaisrael.com that you're interested, and then follow my website at lindaisrael.com, and when I list it, you'll see it there. All right, let's stitch this. Oh, I didn't switch. There it goes. It's like I was waiting on the switch. I like stitching right around the edge. Oh, I think my thread broke. It did. I think this thread is old because I've been noticing lately that it keeps breaking on me. And it may be time to give up on it and go get a new spool. I like the way that the stitches, even though they're not necessary, it's just a way to make a border around the images and kind of marry them together. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could use a black pen, black marker. You could use black distress inks before you layer these together and really edge the top image before you adhere it down, so that'll make it stand out just a little bit. So there's that all the way around. All right, so let's make sure that we have this right side up. So there's the pocket, and this piece is going to go right here. I'm going to center it and glue that down. Add it, add it, add it. You can also hand stitch it. Yeah, exactly. If you like to do that. I found my cross stitch box the other day, so I have an idea that I want to do with the what supplies I have, trying to use them up. Okay, I think it needs journal applied to the front, and I don't know that I already have one made. I don't think I do. Okay, but I saw this piece of fat paper here, so let's get my word stands. Where are they? Are they already over here and I just didn't know it? Yes. But I think this one will fit right on there. All right. Trying to line it up. Okay. Saving those edges that I cut off. All right, so I'm going to stamp it right here, kind of in the middle. I'm going to stamp it one more time, since I already have my stuff out. I might be able to get away with a third time. It'll be tight, but I'm going to try it. And that way it's done. There we go. And then let's cut them apart. Now, do I want to back it with something? I'm looking to see if I had some brown. I have this blue. I have this shade of blue. We could cut a strip. Does the blue work? Or I don't see. Ah, here's a piece of brown. We could use a piece of brown. Blue or brown? What do you think? I don't know. I kind of like the blue. This is a paper sack. Let me add some distress inks to those while I think about it. That's how I do things. If you're unsure about something, try to find something else to do for a moment, and then maybe that'll help you make your decision. I think the blue would be good. And it's a scrap, so I'll use it up. I've been gathering things that I find and putting them in a little Ziploc bag for next week's project. I think I'm going to do the blue. Yep, blue. Thank you, Charlene. Hello. You said blue, I say blue. So the decision has been made. It brings out the flowers. Okay, I got you. I agree. All right. So let's trim this about let's do 1.25 inches. Set that over here. Oh, hey, now cooperate. You go where I want you to go. All right, so we'll lay this on here. Roughly 3 inches. So there's one. And I might as well do this while I've got my paper cutter out so it's ready. 2. Little scrappy leftover. Hello, hello, hello. Glad to have you here today. All right, so we'll add some distressings around this piece. And I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we should stitch these like we did around the pink. And maybe even add a little piece of lace coming out the side. All right, got those. Let's glue those together, and then I'll look here at my little stash and see what we can use. Glad to have you here today. I hope you've enjoyed so far this session, and I think the next thing we're going to do is bind our signatures, and if we have time, we will make a journal charm or dangle to go on the spine of this journal. I'm gluing these, but I think we'll just stitch the one just so we can have time to do other things. All right, we'll set those to the side. And let's see. I found this little piece of lace. So I could do just a little tuft. Although that blends right in, you can't see it. You can't see it. But I did see earlier, I wonder if this is the wrong shade of blue. So what if we were to do just a little of that? We could do a layer. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't work. You know, you lay it out there and you're like, no, that's not the right thing. That doesn't work. I thought I saw something pink here. I have a little piece of pink. I don't know if I have any more pink. What can we use? I see some bright pink ribbon. Maybe. Maybe something like this. Maybe just a little snippet of pink right behind there. I think that works better. Just adding a little snippet behind there. Maybe. Okay. So I'm going to take a little fold of this with some fabric scissors here. And then we're going to kind of ruffle some ribbon. Now, here's the trick. We're going to layer all of these right behind here and then stitch that. Does that work? Is that what we needed, Julie? A little bit of that pink? All right, let's go to the sewing machine. I came up with a plan. Come on, sewing machine, get over there. All right, so I'm holding it with my fingers as best I can to try to get that laid out there. All right, we're going to start on this corner. If I can get it under there and stitch it down. Then come around. All right, making sure this is all laying flat. So there it is. I mean, it's not perfect, but I kind of like it's just a little cluster. Yay! All right, so now I have this that I'll set aside to do on these others later. Keep all those scraps. You'll use them eventually. All right, so now I'm going to glue that right here in the corner. And I think I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac glue. Just because of this, well, if I can get it to go, of the lace, it's kind of that acrylic. I may need to use the other bottle. It may be time to add some acetone to that one. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. Try not to stick my finger in the glue. And then I'll get my little clamp and put that right here on top of that. Help that adhere together. Okay, so now we need to get our journal signatures. 1, 2, 3. And that figures I would pick the ones that don't have... That's this one. Is that this one? Yes. Okay. All right, so I've got 3 signatures. I think I'm going to switch these out with... Is that this one? No, it's this one. Okay. Each one will end up being different, I'm sure, but if I put these 3, bind these together, and then slip them under the Midori cover, look how nice and fluffy that's going to be. Oh, you have a horse-themed stencil? Cool! Alright, so now what I'm going to do is get my binding materials. Alright, so we're going to make sure that these are centered within themselves. Okay. And then I'm going to clip them together. Get a hold of my clip. Come here, little clippy. Here we go. And then we're going to get my punchy tool. Make sure that's not in the spine. All right, I'll move this over here out of the way. So we're going to punch 3 holes and bind these together with wax linen thread. I'm going to do a pamphlet stitch. Now you could just slip these pages straight into your journal if that's something you want to do. They'll be loose. You can leave it that way, and then once you're done writing in your journal, you can then bind them together, because you may decide that you want to add more pages to your journal. I'm doing it in such a way that I think it's pretty much complete. As Julie mentioned, you could always add a pocket, because there's 4 elastic bands in the cover. So if you have some other items that you want to add to your journal, you could add an additional pocket or even a 4th smaller journal. Okay, thank you, Julie. Okay. Just making sure that it doesn't have any binding problems. Okay. I'm going to leave the strings long in case we decide to put charms on it later. So again, I'm going to find the center and center each page together. This one has that brown handmade paper, which was made from paper sacks, and it's a little bit taller, but I like the way it looks. All right, 3 times the height of the journal again. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and double that so I don't have to cut it again in a moment. And where is my template? There it is. Okay. 3 holes. Okay. How many of y'all have had a fried bologna sandwich? I'm just listening to a radio station, and they're talking about how most people don't request a fried bologna sandwich. They eat it because it's necessary. They don't have a lot of money, and so they have bologna, and so they fry it and make it into a sandwich. I grew up eating fried bologna sandwiches. You know, we'd buy bread, and my mom would buy mayo. We had, Mom liked Miracle Whip. I prefer Hellmann's. It's funny what you grow up with and what I prefer now. You've never thought of frying bologna? Really? Well, that's what we do here. Maybe that's just a southern United States thing, is frying bologna and then making it into a sandwich. Yep, it's a staple around there, Sheila says. My favorite thing to eat is Toby Keith's is a fried bologna sandwich. Oh, fun! Yeah, I think it's pretty good stuff. And we were talking. Mom didn't buy hot dog buns because they cost so much more than regular bread. So she would buy regular bread and hot dogs. And of course, back then, you know, a package of hot dogs was under $1. I think sometimes you got them for 50 cents a package. They were so cheap. And we would fry the hot dogs in a skillet on the stove. And then when I would fry them, I would slice them lengthwise and they would flip open, kind of what you call butterflied. And then you would toast your bread a little bit. And then you would add mayonnaise of your choice. I liked adding cheese and onion, sometimes even tomato, and making a sandwich out of it like that. Even lettuce. Sandwich with tomato and lettuce is nice, yeah. Yeah, but it's a Southern thing. It's a Southern thing. It's been confirmed. I don't know why. I mean, don't people in the North and other parts of the world, don't they get bologna? Oh, dear. Alrighty. I'm just going to trim it a little bit. Okay, let's put this stuff away. Let's put our journal together, and then I think we have a little bit of time so I can look at my dangles. Pardon me. At my dangle supply and maybe make a little dangle. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back here. Oh, that reminds me. I want to stamp this, so before I go too much further, I've got my little stamp. This journal made by. There we go. It's a little crooked, but that's all right. Get my pen. And this is March, so we're going to say 3/10/2025. I know I do it different than other people do, I'm sure. All right, so there's that in there. And this is going to go in the middle section. I think I had this one as a little bit taller. There we go. It's so colorful. I don't think, oh, I do have some right here. I was trying to see if I had a couple of journal cards. One, two, three. I've got 3 little journal cards, so I can put one of those right there. I'll need that later. And then I made these, and it's just a little envelope that has a little plain piece of paper inside of it. So I'm going to paper clip it to the back like that. All right. And let's see what we can do. Don't knock it unless you try it. Pancakes with fried bologna as the meat syrup gets on it. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Ooh. Actually, that sounds pretty good. Okay, there's the tie. All right, so let's look at my charms and beads and whatnot. I don't know that I have any horse. I see a butterfly. Let me open this drawer over here. We have some pinks. I've got, this is Grace and Beauty. And there's even an and sign, so maybe we'll use those today. What else do I have in here? With a big old crown, that doesn't go. What are these? These are these bulb pins. Oh yeah, we may want one of those. Let's get one of those out. What's in here? Ooh, this pink one might be pretty. Maybe this tealy color. No, maybe this one. I think that'll work. Okay. And what else? There's a good one. Okay. Maybe this one. Oh, that's a 2 for dangle. Okay, let's do that. Each one's going to be different. We've got some pink glitter. I don't know if we'll use it, but we'll get it out. We'll get it out. It'll be there if we need it. All right. What's in here? If there's anything in here I want, let me get that out too while we're at it. No, nothing in there that I want today. Okay. I think what I need is, let's do some chain. So if we get a little bit of chain, I'm going to get my other glasses out. Okay. So now I got 2 pair of glasses so I can see. And we're going to, I took the chain off of the spool so that I could put it inside my little drawer here a lot easier. And I put a little bulb pin on it so I can find the end. Alright, so now I'm going to slip off. I'm going to slip off. Come on. There we go. So I've just got it back on there. So now when I stick it back in there, I can find that. Alright, so I'm going to put this bottle of glitter at the bottom. Okay. So that'll be at the bottom. I don't know. Do I have? Oh, I do have some. I wasn't sure if I had any head pins. Well, a couple of those. So that I can add some beads. I'm missing some beads, but maybe we can do a purple, something like that. Just kind of mix them up a little bit. Not the same color. We're going to do a different color. Let's do this one. All right. So I want to take a head pin and a couple of beads and make a dangle. These are all glass beads. Okay. And I've got my round nose pliers. So I'm just going to make a loop and use my needle nose pliers to wrap that loop around the shaft. And then I've got some cutters. Make sure you wear eye protection when you use your cutters. Okay. There's one little dangle. Let's see what else I can do here. Oh no, go swap the car. I'm just going to grab a couple of beads and let's grab this one. It looks different. Just randomly using some of my beads that I've had for a while now. That'll work. Okay, I'm going to do this again. Thanks for being here, Julie. Okay, wrap it around. Wrap it around. Now, if I was smart, I would have wrapped it around after I had attached it to the chain, but I didn't do that today. All right. I think we got a few here. I've got some big jump rings. I thought I had some little ones. What's this? Oh, those are more beads. I must have taken them out, so we'll use some of these. Okay, so I've got my chain here. I've made a couple of dangles. I've got some charms here. So I'm going to take these off of the little backer page. Like so. Everyone type boss! Alright, here, I'll do it. Oh. There we go. You can get some of my junk bucks. I think I'll use the and because it doesn't make sense not to. Trying to get the little wire off of it. And we'll use the beauty. There we go. We'll stick that in here for now. Alright, so we've got some charms. We've got some little beaded elements. So let's put this all together. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll kind of lay it out where I think I want everything. Like grace and beauty. And we'll put the and in here somewhere. And then I've got a beaded element. A different beaded element. This is a double beaded. Here's a big one. I don't know if I want to put that one on there now. Maybe I'll just use all these smaller ones because that big one kind of sticks out to me. And I've got a butterfly. I don't know if I'll use the music note. I've got a heart. Maybe we'll use a heart. Okay. All right, so I'll just kind of pick this up and split a ring. We got you. Oh, no one won. Oh, my goodness. There needs to be a member called No One. All right, let's say right about here. I'll put this one on. Close that off. I kind of just check it to see how it lays as I add a dangle. And metals are neutral, so don't ever let anybody tell you that you have to use all one color of a metal whenever you're building things. Okay, I think that's what I want to do is go this way. And all right. Thanks for playing, Sheila. Chunky Joe's being stingy. Here's beauty. All right, so we need the and above that, and then the grace. I don't always do the dangles on a live stream because of the fact that it can be a little bit tedious to put together. And let's put it right about, oh, let's go a little higher. There we go. It's almost as bad as watching paint dry. We got a couple more on there. All right. Got an extra out. And remember to twist. Don't pull apart. Twist one part forward, one part back whenever you're doing your jump rings so you don't get them out of shape. Yeah, that works. Okay. Getting a little at it at a time. All right, let's find where the opening is. Julie is back! Julie, I'm making a dangle. It's a good thing you're here. Okay. We're getting there. All right, we need to add... Where's the other beaded element that I made? It's disappeared. Oh, here it is. It was under my cutters. That's why I couldn't see it. I was gonna go, wait! I took the time to make it. Where did it go? Sometimes trying to find where the opening is on these junk rings can be a little bit of a challenge. Okay. Got one there. I'm going to go ahead and add a short element to it, which is this heart. Might as well do two at once. See there? You imagine that horse diet wasn't where you thought it was? You're gathering eggs? How many chickens you got now, Jennifer? And have you calculated how much you've spent on your chickens versus if you just bought eggs? Wait, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm sure they're all beloved pets. Trip to the chicken coop. Okay, I got a couple more like butterfly. Oop, I'm just spinning around. Spin, spin, spin. Okay. Twist it. Let's put the butterfly on. Now, where do I want to put the butterfly? I'm going to put it at the top. Yeah. Okay. And I think I want to add these last two, and we're going to be done. Find the end. All right, where do we want this one? Oh, that one I ended up putting in a weird spot. I think I need to move that one. Let's put right here. One does not save money by owning chickens. One only guarantees supply. You have 11 now? Aw. How fun. Fun, fun, fun. All right, so this one I accidentally hooked on the wrong way, and I don't want it there. So, and it looks like I didn't get it tight anyway, so I'm going to fix that. That's probably what happened, is I went to do it and it attached itself wrong. because it wasn't closed all the way. Come on, close up. Okay. And let's do one last one, then we'll be done. Your Stampers Anonymous Tiny Things stamp set, Horse and Rider. Oh, cool. Lady Rider. Is it tiny, you say? Hey, it's something, though. I'll put this one up here. Okay, there we go. I don't think this will fit in here, so I'm going to have to put that back where I got it. All right, so I need one of these doodads. And I need the very top chain. There we go. Yes, tiny, tiny. Wait, tiny still works. All right, I'm going to hook this over the elastic. Like so. And there is our dangle. It doesn't want to stay upright. There we go. For a moment. Come on. Balance. It balanced for a moment. And you see all that? Let's put this away. I don't need this one, so put it back. All right, let's do a quick flip through. Oh, yes, you can make a faux post. That would be really cute, Julie. You can make a couple of them. All right, so there's my journal charm that says Grace and Beauty. It'll be a one-of-a-kind because I don't have any more of those charms. And then on the front, we have the word journal with one of the Calico Collage images. And then we open that up, and there's a journal card in the pocket here. And then we have 3 signatures that have 4 pieces of paper folded in half. When you open this up, there's a journal card that has a pocket in it and writing space. We have a journal card here. These were made during the live streams. I stamped this piece of dyed paper. You love the dangle? Thank you, Julie. I'm glad you suggested it. Stamped here and Calico Collage image. I just used some scrapbook paper that I cut into strips as additional journaling space. I think it's pretty because it adds a little floral pattern in this case. So if you have an abundance of scrapbook paper and you're trying to figure out how to use it, there's a way to do it. And then this is also a piece of scrapbook paper that I just layered a book page, one of the images, one of Norella's images, and a piece of fabric. And that goes right here. Did some stamping here. This collage pocket we made last week, and this journal card was blank. All it had was just the music, and I added a watercolored horse, and we had made, or I had made actually, some extra doilies, and I used those. So that way there's a horse on that page or horse related items. This was because of Margie, that she asked me to make something with the barn door on the front to open like a door, and I used magnets. So if you didn't see that, that was 2 weeks ago, I think. And apparently when I poked it into the pocket, I ruffled up the fabric here, so I'm going to smooth that out. And then these are some more of Calico Collages images that I use. This was a rubber stamp that I watercolored and did a little collage. More rubber stamping. And then this flips over, and we have a belly band and an altered paper clip. So this goes on here, and inside that is another pocket and another one of those pieces of paper folded in half. You remember that one? And then this side, so you can write on both sides, and then this will slip underneath. And then I just used a paper clip to help hold it, because sometimes things in belly bands fall out, so that's how kind of give it some stabilization. Another stamp in rubber stamp, or Calico Collage image, stamped. I didn't put anything on that page, so, and there's nothing in that pocket. We have an empty pocket. And then here's the next signature. So when we open this one, we have a different journal card, and it has a little collage image on the front. It's scrapbook paper again. So another way to use up that scrapbook paper. And some more. This is a scrapbook piece of cardstock. This was a ledger paper, and then I stenciled on it. And this was composition notebook paper, and I added some images and did tattered angels on the back. Horse stamp, another scrap of scrapbook paper, and a journal card in a pocket. This was, again, some handmade paper made out of paper grocery sacks. Did some stenciling and rubber stamp and Calico Collage images. More Calico Collage images here. Come on, slip under there. And then I made a little journaling card out of some scrapbook paper and a book page, rubber stamped, and one of Norella's images. And then I made this out of a little scrap of cardstock. It goes right here. Another little pocket down here with just a simple little card. And then this is an envelope that just has a simple little blank piece of paper inside of it. And this was a watercolored flower that I rubber stamped and then watercolored. And then let's see what's in this pocket. And there's a larger journal card with some rubber stamped image and Calico Collage image. This is again some more scrapbook paper. And that can go back in there. Then the last signature has a barn door. Is this a pocket? Yeah, this is a pocket. So there's a pocket here. Piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, and then this opens. I forgot that opened. It has another magnet on it. I forgot about that one. That's cute. I forgot. I have several tutorials. They're in the description box, and then there's a playlist for all the horse items, so you can watch the whole thing. You like the ideas? Thank you. And then this was scrapbook paper and then layering on top of it. And then this was a handkerchief, and I attached it to a book page and made a tall pocket out of it. And then another journal card where I added a pocket and one of Norella's images. Another one of Norella's images. And then this is one we did today where I stamped on the coffee dyed paper. Use one of my watercolor images there. This is a multi-pocket. So it has a pocket in the back here. It has this tall skinny pocket. And then this was a journal card where I used book page and some scrapbook cardstock and layered it all up. And there's a little pocket there as well. This was sheet music behind there. Scrapbook paper. Composition notebook paper. We're coming to the last page. I don't think there's anything in that one. Nope. And then we've got a little envelope there. Yeah, I glued it and I also sewed. It's been stitched across here. This side I glued down some lace and then layered that all together. I think I have a tutorial that takes a handkerchief pocket, something like that. I know I have a tutorial for that. And that's it. And then we've got a little piece of fabric that I dyed for that cover. And then there's the back. So there it is. Well, I want to thank each and one of you for being here today. I'm going to pick the winner of 200 junk bucks. Y'all enter that raffle if you haven't already. And next week I've got a baggie that I've been put a few things in it. This is a bulb flower magazine. And then I have a bunch of these fussy cut words and images. Some of them from Calico Collage. Some of them are rubber stamped images. There's just a variety of things in there. I thought, well, let's use some of this and make some ephemera. I hope that y'all enjoyed this, and I thank you so very much for being here. Let's pick a winner. Jennifer, you're the winner of 200 junk bucks. I'll add that to your channel information. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's inspiring you to create, use what you have, make something fun and pretty, and share it with your friends and family. And if you will, do something kind for somebody else out there. You never know what they're going through in life right now. And it could be that your kind gesture or word or opening the door, smiling, all those little things will make someone else's day that much better. If you would give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your likes. And I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to come here. Alrighty. No way, Jennifer says. Y'all have an amazing week. Lots of love to each and every one of you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.